Yo, Stavo, what's going on, everybody? We're here to discuss the new broken Demiurge and pretty decent Narborough. So go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff, and let's get into it, man. We got buffs from the older Overlord collab units, and then we got two new ones. Narborough is blue, and then Demiurge is red. So I mentioned within like the past week in my videos, like, oh, I'm gonna like 6-6 the obviously strong busted one and the regular like okay one. So with the reruns of this year, I've been noticing they've done it with Victoria. They didn't do it with anything else, but th- lo and behold, they followed the same trend. Victoria, the one broken one, and then Glass, the like kind of like mediocre, like good but like mediocre one, where you don't really need dupes. Both of them you really don't need dupes, but like Demiurge is the one that you want like max. Like you want him like as strong as possible. Meanwhile, Narborough is just like okay. But I made the decision. I want to run both of them together because she complements him. She gives a lot of attack. And with oh, let's just get into the damn information, Davo. You'll see why. So let's go over their information real quick. We got Kane translations over here. So Narborough. Should I hold on? Should I make it bigger for y'all? I think I should. This is good. I think this is good. Yeah. So at the start of the battle, apply electrical wave. Devo, get off the screen. At the start of the battle, apply electrical wave to all enemies for 2 turns, and for every unknown ally participating in battle, increase the unknown allies attack by 10%. So you get 30% attack related. And then also, when the unit uses AoE skills, apply shock level 2 for 2 turns, and increase the unknown allies damage dealt by 20% when attacking enemy with shock or electrical wave. So the electrical wave is a gray debuff, and then the shock, even from her passive that you see here, is not a red debuff. It is a gray debuff because we did see them showcase Narborough in the Ratatosker demonic beast, and she looks to be pretty solid. I wouldn't say fantastic, but she looks solid. So you can easily apply shock with him. The gray debuff on the rat, it applies. That nigga moved. So, I mean, she's good. So, electrical wave is when attacked by enemy skill use, apply shock 3-star for 2 turns. I didn't really see that activate in Ratatosker. I just saw them do the AoE skill and then the shock applied. But to be fair, that rat wasn't, well, the squirrel wasn't even like targeting her that much anyway. It was just like targeting Valenti because she has like the lowest HP, right? And then skill 1, bolt strike, lightning, inflict electrical explosion damage by 500% of attack to a single enemy. Electrical explosion for every shock or electrical wave applied to the enemy. Increase attack related stats by 25% when attacking. So initially, I guess you just want to AoE and then follow up with the single target if they're not already like dead or damn near. So skill 2, twin maximizing magic, electric spear, inflict pierce damage by 250% of attack to all enemies. To all enemies. So with the AoE, you apply shock and then you follow up with a single target and then you do decent damage. And then our ultimate, twin maximizing magic, chaining dragon thunder. Apply buffs that increase basic stats by 30% to all allies for 3 turns and inflicts power strike damage by 850% with single enemy. So the basic stats looks to be pretty good. I think it's gonna be 30% across the board. So like technically you don't need dupes, but Davo is a CC harlot, so I'm gonna try to go for the 6-6. And then her holy relic, for every shock or electrical wave effect applied to the enemy, increase basic stats of allies by 3%, max is 12. So that's pretty good because that's gonna be very, very easy to do. Because considering electrical wave is gonna always be on them, right? So that's what, 9%. All you gotta do is do an AoE and then boom, you're good. Or all they gotta do is attack you and then you're at 12, you know? So you just need one person to attack her and then they get the shock and then that's 12%. So moving on to a Demiurge, creator of the Flare Prison. His passive, at the start of battle, apply mind control to enemies with the highest attack stat and enemies with attack stat lower than the unit. So he has mind control to everybody. Basically, just say that, bro. Adds demon race to himself And for every demon ally participating in battle, increase allies' basic stats by 5%. So, unfortunately, you do want to run him. It looks like you want to run him on a demon team, but lo and behold, you can get away with like running unknowns too. So like Gelda, she's a hybrid, he's a hybrid. And then DK Meliodas looks to be like the best partner after that. But moving on. At the start of allies' turn, apply Flare English. Flare Prison's Flame to all enemies for 2 turns. And when the unit attacks enemies with an advantageous attribute, let me just say that. Advantaging attribute, increase the damage dealt by 50%. So essentially, if he attacks Escanor or Arthur, he's doing good damage. And then when the enemy uses a debuff attacking card, apply a debuff that decreases max HP by 30% for 1 turn. So what did I just describe, yo? Arthur has a debuff AoE. He gets chaos control. He does that. Hopefully it applies before the damage actually takes place. Like literally, like if he presses the debuff card, his turn ends, and before he even it even hits me, that debuff like pops up on him like Glock's like commandment or something like that. Oh my god, that actually be broken. I don't think it's gonna work like that, so I'm gonna keep my hopes to a reasonable level. But he looks to be pretty good. So unfortunately, you do want to run him on a full demon team. I thought you can get away with running like maybe Narborough, but no, unfortunately, it's gonna have to be like DK Meliodas. But I mean, you can, but he'll just be at what 10% with him and Gelda. You know, and then at the very least, Narborough is given 30% attack related because he technically still is unknown as well. So I guess you can like glide by. You gonna be missing 5% basic stats, but like Narborough gonna be making up for it, and all these other unknowns will be making up for like the 5% you'll miss technically. So his first, well, we got to talk about mind control. Mind control decreases damage by 30%. So when other enemies are alive, you can't target Demiurge. This is stupid. Like literally, like the only way to kill him is like what? You try to kill somebody else with Escanor, and then like his death goes on Demiurge. I don't think that's gonna happen. So this is just stupid to me. When I read this, I was like, ain't no way. And then Flare Prison Flame, increased damage taken by 15%, max of 8 stacks. So I think what was it? Apply Prison Flames to all enemies for 2 turns, and when the unit attacks the enemy, yada yada yada, increased damage dealt by 50% at the start of allies' turn. It just keeps stacking. It's no like turn limit. What? It's like on me for 2 turns. I'm tripping. Devil can't read. For 2 turns. Yes. So no, so it does stack. If it was for 1 turn, then it would just like go away and then it'll just pop up again. But for 2 turns, that means you can get multiple. So you can get a max of 8 stacks. So increased damage taken by 120. 120 on top of 50% damage dealt. Huh? I just, oh my god, Demiurge, bro, chillax, bro. So his first skill, Clouds of Hellfire, inflict dark flame damage by 400% of attacks to a single enemy. Dark flames is 2 times critical chance, and for every flare prison flame applied to the enemy, increase damage by 80%. So he has 80% on top of 100. What was it? It was 120. Yeah, it was 120 here, and then 50. Bro, that's 130 plus 120. I can't do basic math. I'm running on like no sleep, y'all. I can't do it. I can't do it. Plus 13. 250% damage dealt. Essentially, I mean it's worded differently, like damage dealt or increased damage taken or whatever it is. To basically 250% damage dealt to these niggas in a right situation, bro. It's kind of stupid. So Inferno, flare inflicts flare prison damage by 250% of attack to all enemies. Flare prison 3 times damage to debuffed enemies, and increased damage by 50% when attacking enemies with mind control debuff. So If I'm not mistaken, yeah, this don't got no turn thing on it. Mind control to enemies with the highest attack and the enemies with the attack lower than this unit. Okay. So also with the what's the debuff called? Apply flare prison flames. This is a red debuff skill. So unfortunately, DK Meliodas, he might come back into the meta and then he can technically get all creation sooner and essentially wipe Demiurge away with like an all creation AoE. That's like the only way because he can't target him with a single target. So we're gonna have to pray that these niggas just like waste AoEs with DK Meliodas coming back. So his ultimate Asteroid applies 4 stacks of Flare Prison Flames to all enemies and inflicts sever damage by 525% of attack to all enemies and applies Disastrous Flame to all allies. Disastrous Flame ignores enemies' crit defense and crit resist by 30% when attacking. This is at 6/6 as well, so it's Holy Relic. I'm not finna pronounce that. Applies Flare Prison Flame for 2 turns to all enemies, and for every Flare Prison Flame applied to the enemies, increase demon allies damage by. Add another 40%, y'all. Add another 40% plus 4. Let's go. 209, damn near 300% damage dealt, which is crazy devious work. So let's get into the rest of this update because we do got to talk about some what's it called? Some buffs from the older Overlord collabs and whatnot. They're relatively simple. They're not like the most like mind-boggling buffs and whatnot, but yeah, let's get into it, man. So, the banner. Where? Oh, I didn't even click on the thing. My bad, y'all. My bad, gang. So let's take a look at the banner real fast. So older collab units. We got Lynx. No stun, heal, debuffs, demon backline because he's technically a demon. Another demon backline, Gelda, and unknown backline. So you got options. You got options with this team specifically. Unfortunately, I think that the best team for him probably gonna be DK Meliodas, him, and then Gelda with Nanashi backline. Or you can go, since they're all technically counting demons, you can just use like either this Cusack, this Chandler, or the red Chandler that came out a couple months ago, the red stance one. I think he might be a good option as well. Boy, I got so many videos for y'all, boy. Y'all just don't even know. Y'all thought I was spamming content before. Y'all ain't even seen nothing, bro. All right, so let's move on. We already talked about the relics. What's that? Three little card sets. I'm good. Einik. Yep. Tickets. Devo territory. I'm good. So login bonus. You get Cocytus on the 3rd day. Make sure to log in, man, so you can get that free Cocytus. You get a multi for the first 2 days, and then you get another multi from just doing from doing these missions. So bingo. Cocytus new headpiece from this boss rerun. Yep. If I recall, I think he was just like, you just kill him with stances. So Balder came out. I know a lot of you niggas did something for him, so I think Balder will be great in that boss. I'll probably make the video for it. And then we got a Labyrinth. Yep. Y'all know how Labyrinth go down. You already know. We got Demiurge outfits. Looks to be pretty good. Narbaro's outfit seems to be pretty bland. And then we got new outfits for the older collab units. Albedo looks very, very scrumptious. So, and then you can get the outfits for the previous collab characters as well. So if you didn't get them, do I even have Cocytus? I don't think I bought Cocytus. I think I did. I don't know. I may have not. So let's see. That's where to get the thingies, and then this is for what? Oh, this is to log in. King Exchange. Can we exchange Demon King mats? Nope, I'm not seeing this, unfortunately. But we do have something to talk about with the dev notes, because they do bring up Demon King and whatnot and all the things wrong with the game. They're addressing the amazing allegations. So Event Hawk Pass, we got a new outfit for Thor. Looks to be pretty cute. I saw the cut in on the stream. But yeah, moving on. Battle event, hooray, and then they're adding what I think this is improvements to geared PvP. When you get into Challenger, you can now get these coins, and you can it's like a new tab that you can exchange for stuff. So I mean, it's I don't think it's like the greatest, but at least it's like something new, something extra for you to do in PvP. So Moving on, where's the buffs? Okay. Oh, Ainz, they did buff stats. Oh, W. So on stream, they showed us exactly what changed. They showed us this. So Ainz goes from 40% damage dealt to 50% damage dealt. I think it's like on his ultimate. And then on his relic, he gives 15% basic stats in total, and it's now 20%. Now Albedo, her base multiplier on her attack skill goes up. Not the stance, nothing else, no passive or nothing, just the attack percent on her debuff skill. So goes from 180 to 200%. That's the one you typically gonna be seeing. And then at gold, it's 500% compared to 450. That's very small to me. And then Shaltir, her multipliers goes up as well. So it's just literally the girls just get multipliers. And then for Kaida's passive, it goes from like what 8% HP to 10% HP. So you get like 50% instead of 40% in total with him. So not the greatest in terms of like, because we saw with the shield hero, they were older, so they needed a massive buff. These guys were still cooking, like a little bit, so they didn't really need a big buff. So Kakaitis got an extra 600 HP. Did everybody get everybody got damn near 600. So Albedo got 700 HP. What the fuck? Am I tripping? He got a massive boost. Crit defense goes up to 85. Yo, I'm making those videos today. I'm making these videos today. Somebody, Sylvan was DMing me saying like you should do it before and after. I'll make the video, just talk about the stats, and then I think I'll edit it with their respective showcases. Like when I do their buffs and whatnot. Probably not guys, who cares? It's really good. I say who cares, but like he's really only good for that one Hell Final boss, and I think she's gone now. So, I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I love you, but like, dog, I mean, nobody clicking on the video for Kakaitis, unfortunately. So, I think that's it for the thing. Yep, outfits. And then we could just talk about dev notes real quick because it was just some interesting points they talked about. It was more or less, where was it? We already went over the coins for PvP. Yeah, multiple plays against Demon King. They were basically talking about they just want to improve the issue where you got to keep doing it over and over and over. They'd much rather just implement a way of just using more coins and you get more rewards out of it, out of a big run. So you know how you just redo Demon King fight. Let's say you got SR coins. I don't know how many it is. Let's say it's like 10. It's not 10, but let's just say it's 10. Essentially, they want to bring out a system where you can just probably go up to like maybe like 50, so it's like counts as like 5 runs in one, so it's like less strenuous on you. And then they were talking about Training Cave, how you just like do certain missions just so you can be able to like clear all of it all at once. So I kind of fodderizes it in a sense, but a lot of people hate Training Cave, so that's like a big W, I guess. And then they talk about the festival update cycle. They just talking about it. It's you can read it all you want. I won't leave the link. I will leave the link in the description or even pin it if you want to read the dev notes. But they talk about people are like tired of all these UR festivals at the end of every month. They just talking about how they just gonna discuss it. We're currently discussing the direction of the future. Like, why even tell us this? You ain't even have to bring it up, bro, if you wouldn't even gonna tell us nothing. So, and then they were just talking about the second half and whatnot. It's just a whole bunch of yapping. They just say that we're discussing. This is literally like, you know how you get in trouble at school and your parents are like, oh, I'm gonna talk to your dad when we get home and we go discuss your punishment. And just think about, you never hear about the punishment. You just think of like, oh, they talking about me, but they never really like got back with me, like, with what they wanted to do for my punishment, Imagine like, bro, y'all talking about me and my like future, my fate, essentially, and y'all just not telling me. Y'all showing no indications that y'all even like had the discussion, So it's very like frustrating. So I think that's gonna do it for me. If you want to read the dev notes, I'll leave it in the comment section, man, and then let me know what you think about Narberel and Demiurge. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Y'all stay good. By the way, I will be 6'6" in both of them. I think I did mention that, but I'm going all in, dog.